is if you're going to succeed in business, you have to know who your ideal client is. Who is the client that is your ideal, that if you built your business on that, it would grow? If the economics of the economy dropped, they'd still buy from you.
Because guess what? If I'm manipulating you, I'm trying to get you to do something. If I'm leading you, I'm trying to get you to do something. And
most important thing first is if you're going to succeed in business, you have to know who your ideal client is. Who is the client that is your ideal, that if you built your business on that, it would grow? If the economics of the economy dropped, they'd still buy from you. That's the person you want to cherish, you want to fall in love with. You don't want to fall in love with your product, you want to fall in love with your client. And you want to know more about them than anybody else. Because I always say life is the dance between what you desire most and what you fear most. So if you can expand your desires and break through your fears, you expand your life massively. So for the people that are really watching, I think the more you know about those needs, if you can do more for them than anybody else, then you go to the second piece, which is add more value than anyone in your industry. If you do more for others than anybody else, and you don't just do it for a day or a week or a month, you do it, like I always tell people, most people overestimate what they're going to do in a year, but they underestimate what they can do in a decade or 2 or 3. If you do that year after year, the word spreads and you start to build a brand. And if you do that for a decade or more, you can start to actually dominate the industry. So you got to know everything about them, you got to add the value, and you got to find an irresistible offer. Tom's Shoes, irresistible offer. He took a product, quite frankly, the product's not very good at all, but the offer is really great. Now, if I buy and wear these crappy shoes, you'll get another pair and you'll give them to someone who doesn't have shoes, I'm in. And now a bunch of people, they're doing it with glasses and things of that nature. Or 99 cents on iTunes. I mean, people are getting everything for free. Why should I buy it? Better fidelity, easy, clear, but only 99 cents. That offer. Zappos, right? Tony Hsieh is a good friend of mine. He comes up and he joins the founders and they're living in this little house up in San Francisco and they're totally frustrated. We're spending all this money and we're trying to sell women's shoes online and it's not working. How come? Well, they got to try them on. And well, they aren't doing it because they don't want to spend the money on shipping it. And Tony Hsieh changes the offer. He says, look, we're going to let people order as many shoes as they want. We're going to pay for all the shipping, and if they don't like any of them, we can send them back and we pay the shipping back. Now, if you're the investor in the company, what do you say to them? Are you crazy? We're going to go bankrupt because you don't understand our ideal customer, these women. They have a different relationship to shoes than you and I do. Women say shoes equal happiness. A woman could put on one shoe, she's one woman. She changes shoes, she's another woman, right? And he said, they're going to get these shoes, and we're going to pay for to get them there. They're not going to send them back 99% of the time because if they like the shoe, even if it doesn't fit, they'll convince themselves it'll fit in the future, right? And when I talk about this in like big seminars, women are laughing, raising their hand, going, yeah, high five, and it's true. And he built a business he sold for $1.2 billion, and he still runs it because he wasn't doing it for the money. He loved building the culture and doing this, but he came up with that irresistible offer. So know more about them. Make sure you add value massively. Have an irresistible offer. It'd be 3 things I'd start with. And if I gave you a 4th one, throw it in. You better know your numbers.
manipulation obviously has a bad connotation. Leadership has a good connotation. What's the difference between the two? Because guess what? If I'm manipulating you, I'm trying to get you to do something. If I'm leading you, I'm trying to get you to do something. And many of the tools are very similar. So what's the difference between me leading you and me manipulating you? It's very easy for me to answer that question. If I'm manipulating you, I'm trying to get you to do something that's going to benefit me. If I'm leading, I'm trying to get you to do something that's going to benefit you, it's going to benefit the team, and it's going to benefit the mission. So for me, those are too easy. Those are too easy. It's real obvious. And by the way, if I'm a manipulator, I can get away with that for a little while, but eventually you're going to look at me for what I am. You're going to see that the maneuvers I'm making, the tools I'm using, I'm utilizing those tools for my own benefit. And as soon as you see that, you won't fully support me. You won't. The same goes for when I'm trying to make you do something good for yourself and for the team. You're going to see that too. And you're going to say, he actually cares about me. That's what he's doing this for. And when you know I care about you, you'll do anything for me.